Prime Stars. Prime Stars. Now you listening to Prime Stars. Prime Stars. Prime Stars. Prime Stars. Now you listening to Prime Stars. Prime Stars.
All right, there we go. Looks like we are live. That's crazy how I just lost the entire live, but we are live right now, I believe. So, what's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Phanatic Beats on this lovely Easter Sunday Sounds. Really excited to do this, man. It's always a pleasure. What's up, everybody? Hopefully, you're having a blessed day and enjoying some nice weather. If you're on the East Coast, I actually just finished cutting the yard, man. So, it's definitely beautiful outside. So, anyway, without all the side note, I am happy to introduce our guest today on today's Sunday Sounds. I met this guy. Actually, the first time I met him, I was like, yo, he's making me feel super short because he's pretty tall. And I was like, I'm already short. I was like, yo, it's a tall guy, man. But besides that, I was listening to his music. He's putting in work. He's multi-talented. And I really like what he's doing with music. So, and he's a good guy all around. So anyway, let me introduce our guest. King Rome, let me add you to the stream. What's good, man?
I'm doing well. Blessed and highly favored. Happy Easter, everybody. How are you doing, DJ Fanatic?
I'm doing great, man. I'm super blessed.
Glad
I
to hear
got,
it.
a yard to actually cut, man. It felt good to get outside. It's like close to 70 degrees today. So,
There's
yeah.
nothing quite like that feeling, like that accomplishment when you cut that grass and see your hard work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I stare at it at the end.
You have to kind of just revel in the fact that I just did this.
Yeah, yeah. That actually was my first job. I started cutting grass at
Oh, really?
12 years old. I worked for landscaping.
That's pretty
So
cool.
the lawnmower was so
Builds
tall.
character.
You're right. I was pushing a lawnmower like this as a little kid.
Sure.
Crazy, right? Anyway, man, how you doing? How's life?
Life is absolutely beautiful, man. My checking account might disagree, but I'm so blessed and at peace with where I am in life because I know where I'm headed. So I have zero complaints.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Like I was telling, during my introduction for you, you're all around, good guy. You got a good head on your shoulders, and it's a matter of perspective. And like you said, it's being wealthy or rich can be in different ways. You know what I mean?
Oh my
So
goodness, yeah. Starts with the
let me
mind.
not say that again.
Starts with the mindset.
Yes, sir. So to not go on so many tangents like I usually do, would you be so kind to introduce like where you're from and how'd you started producing music?
Absolutely. The name is King Rome. Rome wasn't built in a day. That's where the name came from. I'm originally from Washington, D.C., still live here currently. I started making beats around 2012. I'm actually a recording artist first. Make hip hop music, and I started making beats for probably the same reason a lot of people start making beats to cut the cost. But an unexpected side effect was that I just fell in love with being a producer. So now, 9 years strong, I'm loving every bit of it.
9 years. You've been producing 9 years. That's awesome, man.
Yes, but if I was to say like producing well, probably the last two or three.
Okay, okay. So you were an artist first, and how
Yes.
long would you say you were an artist?
Wrote my first song when I was 12, and I'll be 28 in May.
There you go. So you've been doing this for a minute, man.
Yeah, I chose to pursue it professionally on my 25th birthday. That was 3 years ago now. So if we're speaking professionally, about 3 years, made the decision. It was just kind of a wake up call. I wasn't really happy with where I was headed in life, wasn't finding the jobs I wanted, wasn't using my degree. And I looked myself in the mirror. I said, I don't want to look back 30, 40, 50 years from now talking about what I could have, should have, would have did, or would have done, excuse me. So I made the choice. I said, I don't know what this looks like. I don't know how it's going to go, but win, lose, or draw, I'm doing it my way. I'm making a choice to follow my dreams, chase all of my goals. And like I said, win, lose, or draw, like I'm at peace because I chose to do it. So I'm doing it my way.
Yeah, man. Congratulations on that decision too. I made that decision years ago as well, and it's a turning point. Some people never even get to that point. So
Yeah.
it's an awesome that you were able to see that, and make that decision and stick to it. Because some people, the road is gonna get rough, and
Yeah,
they'll back off or stop, or just turn in and do stuff they don't want to do. You know what I mean?
exactly. And I always tell
Yeah,
people, like, you have to know your why, your purpose, especially in this business, because it will get hard. It's going to be awful. And your why and your purpose, those keep you waking up in the morning with your head up, with your eyes towards the goal. If you don't have those set in stone, then you're going to flounder out. And I can speak from experience because I quit for 4 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, just to kind of go on that tangent, it was actually around the time I started making beats in college. I stopped writing because I felt like I lost my voice, and really what it was I lost my identity. I didn't really know what I was about as a person, much as an artist. But I stuck with the beats and convinced myself I was just going to be a producer until a few years later, something happened and it sparked the pen again.
Got you. So, oh man, see, we jumped right in the conversation, so I even forgot to do my announcements. So here, my
Right ahead,
bad.
man.
Before I do the announcement, shout out to the whole BeatStars fam as usual. Love all of y'all, man. Really appreciate, everything that's happening on the BeatStars platform and everything to come. And just to be a part of the family, the team, and to be able to do shows like this and bring really talented, awesome people to, the show so y'all can hear about them. So let me do some announcements right quick. The first one, actually, y'all really should pay attention to this. This is the Producer Marketing Playbook. We have check out the brand new series. It's a producer marketing playbook where we give in-depth tips on all of BeatStars marketing integrations. In these first few episodes, we go over how to turn your audience members into frequent beat buyers and how to set up for success. It's available on YouTube at BeatStars. I see a lot of y'all on YouTube right now. So I think it's actually a whole playlist of the producer marketing playbook. So it's a lot of really good content, and it's good for the business side because I know a lot of us love making music, but it's also really good for that business side and marketing stuff. So I checked out a few episodes. It's going to be awesome. I see a lot of really good feedback from it. So y'all make sure you check that out. Now, the second announcement, Clubhouse. I finally got on this app. King Rome, you on Clubhouse, man?
Until they show love to Android fam. No, I'm not.
Oh, it's not even on Android? Oh, I didn't know that. Clubhouse. I finally got on there. It actually just passed. But I'm sure we're gonna have more content. But this past Friday at 4 p.m., we had a conversation as BeatStars teams up with Team 808. They talked about the future of production. So it was starring the big homie, Abe Badshawn, the CEO, founder of BeatStars, Jasmine Crowder, the BeatStars marketing director. Shout out to Abe and Jasmine. Mike Trampy, shout out to Mike Trampy as well, and the BeatStars community director, Mike Trampy. So make sure you follow both BeatStars community and Team 808 on Clubhouse to stay informed for more stuff that we have on there. So, am I super loud, King Rome? Am I too loud?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. I'm sure they'll let me know in the comments if I'm blasting distorted. I'll pretend that it's a distortion plugin on my voice, so that way.
Yeah. Call it.
Shout out to Aaron too. Thanks, Bufo. Yeah, Aaron was there as well. But you, Bufo, you were there too, man. Yeah, I saw a lot of familiar names and faces on there. So yeah, it was dope. It's always good to hear about what's going on in the industry. So we have some music to present, and we'll open it up to Q&A a little later. And I got your playlist queued up. Let me actually share the screen here.
Awesome.
And I don't know if you noticed, I actually closed the entire live stream right after the intro countdown. Somehow it's still running. It was funny. So just a little back end for everybody. All right, so share audio. Cool. And when I start playing some of the songs, Rome, you might have to mute yourself so it's not
no problem.
Echo and delay. So looks like you this is a new playlist you created for the show. Let me make sure, am I logged in? Yeah, let me make sure I follow you, man.
And I've been putting new stuff in there all morning.
Yeah. It's all good.
Just want to show my versatility.
Yeah, definitely. That's important, man. To show like your many different you know, creative avenues. You know, we're not just one-sided people.
For sure. Nah.
Did you want to start in a certain way, or did you just want to
Nah,
start on the
just
top?
bounce around. I like all of them. Well, you know what? Let's go with let's
Because I'll
start
forget halfway through, like where we what we played.
let's start with something
You
that's
want-
like quintessential me, because there's some stuff where I try to do different stuff. So I think the best representation of like my vibe as a producer is probably Muy Loco.
Muy Loco. All right,
Yes.
what number is that? Where is that? Oh, at the bottom. All right, cool. All right, let's play it. This is Muy Loco. Dark heavy hashtag. So yeah, let's get it. This is King Rome on Sunday Sounds. This is Muy Loco. Go ahead and mute yourself, bro.
BeatStars.com. 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 BeatStars.com.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Muy Loco. Muy Loco. I can see a lot of people like getting a lot of good feedback from that, man.
Oh wow.
I'm vibing with that. I try to post the comments. I don't know if you can see them, but yeah. Somebody mentioned
Evil Kirby type beat. That's awesome.
Evil Kirby. Oh, from Smash Brothers.
That's what Boof on the Beat said. Yeah, Kirby from Smash Brothers. And actually, that's dope because that's always who I use. I cheese with Kirby.
I gotta post that. That's funny. Bufo, that's hilarious, man. There's an evil Kirby character.
Well, I guess I turn him black whenever I play with him, so I guess that's Evil Kirby.
Oh my god, that is hilarious. I played it. You know, I haven't played that in so long. I used to play it when it first came out. I think it was it GameCube when they first did that. Smash Brothers.
Maybe N64, but see, I my first introduction to don't hate on me. My first introduction to Smash Brothers was the Wii. I was a little late to that game.
Oh, the Wii. Yeah, it's all
Yes.
good, man. Yeah, it's all good. And also somebody said, let's see, VS Nair. My bad if I
Oh,
mispronouncing that
Visionaire.
again. Yeah, Visionaire. My bad.
Yeah, one of the goats.
My bad, bro. OG 36 Mafia energy. Yeah, definitely. I can hear
I used
36
to listen to
Mafia.
that back in the day.
And Crime Mob. Oh my God.
If you think that's Crime Mob energy, wait till you hear. I got
they
another
got
one.
that's
I'm
what's
gonna
up.
leave that alone.
That's what's up. Whoops. Yeah, Crime Mob. I used to play their 2 hits in the club. Like always, it was always like a turn up. Oh, I forgot. Not Lean with Rock with it. You know their hits anyway. Yeah, that
Stilettos
always.
was my joint. Stilettos, pumps.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Stilettos. I forgot about that
It's
one.
funny, when I first got introduced to hip hop, it was mostly Southern hip hop. So like you'll hear a lot of that in my production.
Yeah, that's it's all good, man. Yeah, South is still killing it, man.
Love it, man.
Yeah, and prayers up for DMX. If a lot of people don't know, he's in the ICU, right?
Yeah, I think what was it, an overdose?
Yeah, it's an overdose. So one of my favorite artists, I grew up
Jeez.
with basically like playing all his records and his songs for pretty much his entire career. Please pray for that brother, and just sending positive energy to him. And yeah, prayers up, man.
Absolutely, yeah. Gotta show love to the ones that came before you and paved the way. So definitely prayers up to DMX.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta honor those that push down those doors for this industry, because a lot of us producers, wouldn't be here, for a lot of things that they faced to push music through.
Absolutely.
So let's get back into your history here. So do you have like family that inspired you to get into music?
Actually, no. In fact, I didn't even tell my family I made music till a couple years ago. Come to find out, they already knew, but I didn't. Actually, my introduction to hip hop was in the 4th grade. Hip hop wasn't played in my household really. I grew up on a lot of Motown, a lot of oldies, a lot of soul, a lot of 70s, 80s rock. A lot of my influences, I'd say, is like the Eagles, Sting, Elton John.
Wow. Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, all that.
What about Nirvana?
Not really. I'm not that hip to the catalog, but I pay respect to those that came before me, but I'm just not that up to date on that catalog. Who else I listen to a lot of? I like Phil Collins. I know I said Sting already, but like I'll probably say his name a couple more times because I just love his vibe.
Yeah, Sting's a beast, man.
Luther Vandross, one of my favorites of all time. Like I still bump Luther. But as far as hip hop specifically, I got introduced to it around the 4th grade. Eminem, and a lot of what G-Unit was doing around the time. Eminem's definitely one of my biggest influences. In fact, verse 3, Sing for the Moment, I always credit that as why I rap. I sing for the kids who don't have a thing. That always spoke to me. I'm not saying I didn't have a thing, but it's just like, who posts pin-up pictures on their wall all day long, idolize their favorite rappers and know all their songs. That was me.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I started writing, just as a release. It allowed me to. It's where I felt the most myself. It was almost like my version of journaling, my version of counseling. I would just write. I'm not saying it was any good, but it would allow me to get my thoughts off, the thoughts I didn't feel comfortable sharing with others. And then I just started writing into music, and it kind of organically happened. The irony is that the way I operate with my production is I try to be so uniquely and genuinely myself, but that's not how I started. Actually, I left out a very key factor. When I first started making music, it was because I was trying to fit in. With the cool kids at school, everybody was writing these silly little remixes to our favorite songs. My first song I ever wrote was about ho-hos, Twinkies, and chicken. I mean, what else does a sixth grader know about?
He said
Not a whole
you
lot
put
of life
Twinkies in there.
but over as the time progressed, it
That's
just allowed me
hilarious.
to feel my most genuine self. So that's how I got into writing.
Yeah, man. That's actually, I'm glad I asked that question because that's how I got into DJing. You know, I was quiet, man. I was like this small dude that would try to, I was a class clown, so I would try to fit in by making everyone laugh. And, you know, I was failing classes, man, because I wasn't paying attention to that. All I cared about is being the it thing at the
Mhm.
time. And that progressed into DJing. I started getting really close to like artist music. I got connected to it. I mean, you know, I was born in the Bronx, you know, hip hop,
Oh,
you
okay.
know, New York. So yeah. So it kind of connected to me. And like the more stuff started coming out, you know, like the whole Death Row was killing it, Tupac, you know, DMX, you know, all that. And I started DJing because I was so connected to the music, and I was like the weird kid. No, I wouldn't say weird, but I wouldn't talk. I would talk through music always. And that was my avenue to being cool, where everybody thought I was like the coolest guy
Yeah.
in high school. You know what I mean? So yeah, I can totally relate, bro.
Yeah, I can
Totally
definitely relate to that. The only difference was it didn't make me cool. It just made me weirder. but like I said, it gave me peace. I mean, the irony is, and a couple of my friends are in here. I shared it with them. I found my first ever mixtape, the one I recorded in high school. I found it as I was cleaning up my Facebook page yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, this did not age well." I see why nobody likes me.
Oh, we got to play it right now. What's the link?
No.
I'm playing with you, man. You want to shout out some of your supporters that are here right now?
Absolutely. Visionary to Go is my best friend in life. Definitely a mentor to me. Definitely gave me a chance in this long before anybody else ever should have, because he put up with a lot of my worst music. So shout out to Visionary. Shout out to Jack and Away. Another person I look up to in this game, definitely been doing his thing lately. Noah Kenton's in here. I see you, aka the Sauce King, one of the dopest engineers in the game. Also, hell of a singer. I know he doesn't always give himself the props he deserves. Well, that's why I'm here. I always tell people I got a part-time job at Exxon. Let me gas you up.
Hey, you got a lot of support, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's
I'm
awesome.
so humbled and blessed for that, because that's not a given, especially not just in life, but especially in this, like, nope, like we're not entitled to anybody's ear. We're not owed their audience. So you know what I mean. So anybody that takes the time to listen, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. Yeah, y'all make sure you follow. If you're not, I mean, you're here now. Make sure you follow him, support his music. Always, like, even if you have to give constructive feedback and you're not feeling it, let him know how you can make it better, you know. And
Oh yeah.
always, you know, make sure you follow, sub on his YouTube, whatever he got going on. Make sure you support him. And that goes for any musician, you know, that you admire their work or them as a person, you know, because all this work is an extension of us. You know, I got people that support my you know, music, and I don't know them personally, but you know, they're diehards, man. So
Yeah,
I definitely appreciate it.
yeah, that's so real. Oh, and I see Common Interest just jumped in here. Shout out to Common Interest, the first person to ever showed me love when I came back to the DMV. Uh, People don't realize, but like we're always watching. And I don't remember. I never forget the small things.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I think nah, maybe my memory. Did he come to a BeatStars meetup? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. He was one of the ones that put me onto it.
Oh, okay. And I totally forgot to say that in the beginning, man. We met at a BeatStars meetup. We wouldn't be doing this if I didn't hear this brother's music at a BeatStars meetup in person, right
Absolutely.
here in the DMV. So,
Yeah, so I'm gonna hop in here and say shout out to Abe and the BeatStars platform for what they do for all producers and artists too, just like connecting and helping create genuine communities. So shout out to the BeatStars platform and Abe for creating that.
yes, always. And I can't wait till this whole quarantine's over. I know vaccines are coming out like crazy, so that way we can do some stuff in person, and you'll see a lot more footage of awesomeness. I'm just really excited because see this behind me, King Rome. You know what I do, man.
Yeah.
This is therapy for me. So I got so much heat that people haven't heard. It's insane. So yeah, man. I look
Yeah.
forward to like the
Hey, and shout
meetups.
out to DJ Phanatic, one of the dopest producers in the game, and just a given human. Like, I've got speakers sitting in my studio from DJ Phanatic, and I've got songs on DJ Phanatic beats. So shout out to you.
Hey, thank you, brother. I'm humbled. I really appreciate that, man. Yeah, King Rome got my event studio monitors. They still kicking for you?
Man, you don't know the doors you open up with those. Man, I was mixing on little tiny M audios and thought I was doing something. open up a whole new world of sound in my studio.
Well, good, man. And they let you know when you're pushing it too hard. The light blinks. So yeah.
Doing that a couple times lately.
That green light. Yeah,
Learning how to master. I've been pushing the limits a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Let's get back to some more music. We can talk forever, man. Bufo says, I'm ready to get back on the dance floor in the clubs. You know, it's funny, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you're ready to dance, I know the next song to play.
All right, let's segue, bro. Segue.
Yeah,
let's get back to it.
It's called No Beans. And if you want to know the stories behind some of these horrible beat names, I'll tell you. I was eating Chipotle. Beans. Yeah, no beans. I was eating Chipotle when I was making that beat. And anybody that knows me knows I don't get beans on my Chipotle.
Yeah, my wife doesn't get any beans every time, even Taco Bell. So I understand. Let's play No Beans by King Rome. Go ahead and mute yourself, bro. Here we go.
BeatStars.com.
I didn't expect it to end that fast.
You know, I'm learning people's attention span's a little shorter. I used to make like, and Visionaire will tell you if he's still in here, I used to make like 6-7 minute beats. And he was like, dude, you gotta chill.
Oh yeah, that was me. Yeah, I would make I did 10-minute beats, man. I didn't care about format when I first started. I didn't even care. Let's speak on that a little bit. And actually, this is a funny comment before we do. This sounds like when Goku is about to fight the Red Ribbon Army.
That had me cracking up. Like that's what I was laughing at. That's Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorite shows from my childhood, and I used to play the games on Game Boy, and I remember that saga specifically. That brought a little chuckle to me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, hilarious comment. It actually reminds me a lot of stuff that I make for like TV stuff too. So yeah, it'll go good in the TV market. That was cool, man. Jeffrey Jefferson's. Who made this? The person that you see on the screen. That's why it's called Sunday Sounds. But no, my bad. If you're new to the show, we do like a showcase of the artist slash producer, and we showcase their work. So it's the person right there, King Rome. He is our guest on the show. Just to kind of clarify for you. And Bufo says, you feel like this will be huge in Japan. Hell yeah, man.
Hey, that's somewhere I've always wanted to travel. So I'd love to like go there and hear it like playing on one of the bullet trains. It's one of my goals in life is to travel and ride all the fast trains of the world. So if I hear my song on the bullet train, oh, I'll be the happiest man on the planet.
Yeah, man. You got to work on you using distribution? With BeatStars has distribution. Yeah, get it all. And actually, there's a China market on there that distributes your music in that market. So yeah.
Thinking emoji.
We'll talk later. I'll let you fill you in on more details if you're interested.
Yeah, I was actually out in Texas when Abe announced that they were working on that. So it's just so cool to see it all come together.
And when were you at Texas?
This was the CD Baby conference in 2019.
2019.
Or did he announce that at the one he showed up to in DC? I've seen him twice now.
Yeah. He announced it the one when I was up there with
okay,
Abe,
that's when
here in DC. Yeah,
I was there.
yeah. Shout out to Abe, man. He's brilliant. Yeah, that's my guy right there, man. So there's something I was going to say. You know what? I think so that was after South by. No, wait. What's in Texas?
It was so South by Southwest, if I'm not mistaken, it's like early in the year, like March, and the CD Baby conference was in August of that year.
Oh, okay. I was in South by 2019. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because BeatStars was doing in studios at the time. And that was the first time I met Abe and Pain One and Kato. Yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Yeah, all right, so let's get back to some more music. Yeah, man.
So giving and yeah, and before we transition back into music, it's just since I was fresh on my mind, it was just a lot of my growth I can attribute to when I changed the talk around I and me and started thinking more about you and we. And I'm just watching everybody that's successful, not just in music, but in life. They're giving people. You know, one of my mentors says, you can't receive with a clenched fist. So open it up and don't be afraid to give. And I see that in people like you, people like Gabe, people like Pain One and Kato. Is awesome.
Yeah, man. We're family, bro. And I'm glad you mentioned that, man. That's a highlight of the show. I need to take a clip of that and but yeah, man, the piggyback on that is to give to value to others is the ultimate thing, because in the end it's a full cycle. So you give to someone else, it comes back to you tenfold. And not to give to receive, but to give, you know what I mean? Because it helps others grow. And I can get so deep on this. Yeah,
it's one of my favorite topics.
But to give is the most important thing for all producers, all artists, all people watching this right now. To give genuinely is a very special thing. I'll just put it as that. Was that good, King Rome?
Yeah, and definitely, and you could probably attest to this too. If you're connected to me on Insta and we're in the music game, you've probably gotten some DMs from me of just like random stuff to try that I see like as I'm coming across stuff. So it's one of my favorite things to do. Yeah.
Let's get back into some more music. What do you want to play now?
Oh, do me a favor, hit that refresh button.
Refresh?
Yeah, you'll see why in a second.
Are you changing beats on me while I'm doing this?
No, I did it right as we started.
Refresh. Let's see if it still shares it. Is it still sharing on the screen?
There we go. So I've got, I think since we were talking about Crime Mob earlier, The Yard is going to be a...
You got more beats. You got more beats. All right, let's start going through them because we're talking. Yeah, let's start going through them. Let me know.
The Yard.
The Yard?
Yep, I'm gonna mute now.
HBCU hashtag. Wow, I went to HBCU. All right, let's go. This is The Yard by King Rome. Don't forget to mute yourself, bro.
BeatStars.com. 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 BeatStars.com.
Hey, all right, let's pause that. You're going hard. You're going hard on that. Hard on the yard. Who do you hear on that, actually?
Man, definitely some Southern vibes. I mean, Crime Mob. I mean, I know I'd have to bring them out of retirement, but I was. I'm actually writing an HBCU anthem to it. It's called Stomp, but I decided to put it up here to see if anybody could do it better than me. Might even make a contest out of it.
Yeah. You know what? You can go crazy on like some stepping stuff, you know, for HBCUs, especially on what is it, TikTok? You know, you can get crazy, you know, on
the
like
duets.
Yeah. That, I can hear TikTok all over that. Like that can be like a wave thing. And yeah, it goes hard, man. You have the horns in there to kind of tie in with the HBCU theme. And it's funny. I was in a marching band for like 4 years, man. So sweating, losing weight, you know, just going, I was on tours. It was crazy, man. So a lot of fun, but I can totally relate to that. You know what I was thinking while I was listening to that? We never had our in studio. You never came by to the crib, you know, and we didn't get the chance.
Yeah, Rona has something to do with that.
Yeah, but we will. So yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, man, it's really cool stuff, man. So good job on that. Let's see. People are feeling it. You got some comments? Yeah,
CJ versus Big Smoke. Oh man, some GTA throwbacks right there. I see some Timberlands in there. That had me dying laughing when I saw those. Shout out to KP Bot.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody on our Twitch platform.
My sister just jumped in here.
That's what's up. Shout her up.
Yeah, shout out to Noelle, my sister. She wants to hear Honey Drip.
You want to do that next?
I can't let her down. That's my first and blood right there.
All right, Honey Drip. Let me find it right quick. That's a bar for you right there. Honey Drip. Okay, here we go. Honey Drip by King Rome. Don't forget to mute.
BeatStars.com. 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 BeatStars.com.
Hey, I like how it fades out. That's honey drip right there, man. And I didn't
feeling a
mention
little
this.
saucy.
Right, and it's so segue-ish right now because I just ordered. Man, I should watch what I eat, but what is it? Honey lemon pepper wings. I just ordered.
Where'd you get them from?
America's Best Wings. I don't know if you heard of that, but
I've heard of it now. I'm about to Google it.
oh yeah. We're not doing free marketing, but yeah. Anyway, what did you like have in mind for that beat? Like when you made it?
I was actually writing a hook. It was kind of like I said, I was feeling saucy. I was feeling a little in my bag, and I wanted to kind of represent that in the beat. And initially, I kept it really simple. That little
Yeah.
I just threw that little synthesizer in there at the end, and sitting here in the back, I'm overthinking, as all of us producers do. I was like, should I have even added that? But basically, the hook, if I can remember it, I don't even have it in front of me, but it was like something honey drip, everything's sweet to the I forgot. Oh, everything sweet to the money flip. See, I got the sauce, now they want to sip. Oh, they see I got the juice, now they want to sip.
Is that one of your lines?
Yeah, I was writing it to that beat, and I was like, I want to like represent like the sauce on the beat. So I just wanted something that, like, sometimes you get on stage and you just feeling like, ugh, like, I like to promote a very uplifting vibe in my music, but every once in a while, I just got to take it back to hip hop and let them know what time it is. Like, you can't mess with me, man. And that's what I was feeling on that beat.
Yeah, I feel you, man. It has a nice vibe to it. You're FL Gang, am I correct?
Yeah, so I'm FL Studio 20 and Studio 15.
Oh, Studio 15.
Yeah, pre-Sonus, shout out to. Well, we're not doing free promo like you
Yeah.
said. But no, I just like I like having as you can see, I've got a studio here, and whenever I bring clientele in, I like to have flexibility. So I like both of those doors. I don't like recording in FL, so that's why I have Studio One.
Yeah, FL needs to work on their recording. Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you're great at something, just keep honing in on that, but I think you got some noise on your end. I think, is that a car going by or something?
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah, it was like some feedback. Yeah, that was your end. All of it muted. Is it your microphone or is it like? Anyway, but
Yeah,
yeah, like
that's living in DC for you.
no, that's all good, man. Yeah, we're keeping it real on the live. Keeping it real, man. You actually live in DC, right? Right downtown, maybe.
Yes. I'm not gonna tell you what block, but I'm on
Yeah, no,
16th, which means I am the president's neighbor.
yeah,
So it gets
yeah.
pretty busy. I live on an evac route, so it gets pretty loud.
Oh wow, yeah. I used to work downtown, right next to the White House. I used to, yeah. I would ride. I'm a cyclist too, so I would ride my bike past all those blocks,
You are brave.
flying through
You are brave, my friend. With these drivers, I'm only riding my bike through the park and anywhere where cars are not prevalent because these drivers cannot drive, and I'm not messing with them.
Yeah, I had some close calls, man. I scare my family to death, man. But yeah, try to stay on bike trails, and always I have a mirror so I can look behind me to make sure nobody's about to destroy me on a bicycle. Dump trucks, Secret Service,
Metro buses.
Oh yeah, man. I don't get me started, but I don't give everyone a license, a commercial driver's license. Don't give everyone one of those, please. I don't know why some people are driving those things. Tracks Phantom says sounds like LA drivers. I've been out to LA too, man.
Probably, I've never been, so I can't speak to that. But from what I've heard, probably, except y'all sit in more traffic, so y'all don't have the space to really be driving as crazy as DC drivers.
Yeah. If you can bike in New York, you can bike in DC. Yeah, New York is.
I'm not
insane.
biking there either.
Yeah. And New York is insane. They do a 100-mile bike event. My sister. Man, we talking too much. Let's get back to some more music. What you want to play next, bro?
Let's see. Hey, you know what? We've been doing like quintessential me this whole time. I think it's time for something new. That's the name of the beat.
Oh, my bad. I'm like, oh, there it is. I'm thinking you wanted me to play some of my music. I was like, this is your show, bro. All right, so this is time for something new. Excellent introduction there. Don't forget to mute yourself, bro. This is King Rome on Sunday Sounds.
BeatStars.com. 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 BeatStars.com.
Yeah, definitely feeling that. Definitely feeling that. That is time for something new by King Rome on BeatStars Sunday Sounds. I really, really like that one. Let me actually show you some love on that one. That one I like a lot. Let's repost that on my
Oh,
repost.
thank you, man. Humbled by
Yeah,
that.
man. Yeah, no doubt, man. Repost that. And definitely vibing with that, man. Let me actually share your entire playlist on the platform for you. So everyone here can actually visit it and support this man. There we go. Let me know if the link doesn't work, but it should post through.
Oh man.
Um,
And I
you
saw
know
a
what that
visionary commented in there. I see you with the snare rolls, bro. Where do you think I got them from?
there you go. Um, okay, it looks like it went through most of them. It's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Periscope. So you got the link to this entire playlist to support some of the songs that you like. So yeah, let me the other thing I was thinking, you know what it reminded me of? One of my favorite DMX songs, man. I know he's fighting for his life right now, and that song remind me of Slippin', one of my favorite DMX songs.
Wow.
That beat, yeah, that beat remind me of that song. So it has that vibe, and I can hear him rapping on it. To be honest, I can hear him
Well,
on that.
well, let's send prayers up and get him out of his, his current situation, so he might have that opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. And everybody that's here live, put your favorite DMX song in the comments right now. Let me know like your favorite song that he had in his catalog. King Rome, what is your favorite DMX song that comes to mind right now?
I'm basic, but I get off on the them up tempo vibes. So it's either X gonna give it to you or the Rough Riders anthem.
No,
Like,
Rough Riders anthem.
cause
Oh,
like you hear it in my beats, man.
right. I can hear it. I can hear that. I can definitely hear that. Shout out to my sister. My sister joined the live. She has a really good question. I'll get to it. It's always cool to see like family and people I know join
Oh,
these
family
lives and
vibes
show
here.
support.
Sunday
Yeah,
sounds.
yes, sir. Um, yeah, Rough Riders anthem. You know what's funny? I had the actual Yamaha keyboard that Swiss Beats took that I had the same keyboard, Yamaha's PSR something, and I remember hitting it's a demo. Yeah, I think you're muted, bro. It's a demo where you push the button and it actually plays that whole thing. And it's funny, my sister's on here. I gave that keyboard to her, and it has the same exact thing he got, some legal troubles with because it was a demo of Yamaha, and he just straight
Oh,
used it, and then add some drums and some things. I'm not sure how that case ended, but anyway, yeah, the
I'm sure they
song was
could
hot.
afford it.
Yeah, well, they were starting up at the time.
Oh, true,
Um,
true that.
but yeah, shout out to Swiss Beats, man. He's definitely inspirational, and it's funny. Drag On actually liked something that I did. I did, you know what beat I'm talking about? Cause that Swiss Beats beat, Grammy ish.
Yes. I wrote something to that.
Yeah, man. I wish we could present something, that you rapped on. Yeah, that would be awesome. Did you have anything in the stash? You got something surprise for me on that playlist or no?
Not on that playlist. Nah,
Okay,
gotta
okay.
keep
All
them
right.
wanting more, friend.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would love to hear what you did with that particular
Well,
beat.
maybe just maybe you won't have to wait that long.
Hey, man, there we go. But yeah, Drag On, show love, man,
That's what's up.
and he's a beast, man. Shout out to Drag On, man. He's a beast artist. So let's play some more music. We can talk forever.
I sure can.
My sister says she's had that keyboard for years until her husband made it.
Oh,
I don't want to put her comment up here so y'all stalk my sister, but she said she had it for years until my husband made me give it away. Yeah, I begged for that Yamaha keyboard, and I was playing so much music on it. I missed that thing, man. But yeah, reminisce.
Hey.
So let's get back to some more music, man. Sorry.
All
What
right.
the hell? Okay, there we go. So what do you want to play next?
Ooh, we got any wrestling fans in the comments?
Any wrestle? Oh, hold on. Let me see what DMX songs people put up. Yeah, they say "Slippin'," "Lose My Mind."
Yeah, that's a
Y'all,
classic. That you can't go wrong with that one.
yeah, that was when it was almost like a rebirth of DMX when he just went crazy, and then all of a sudden, "Lose My Mind" came out. Yeah, that one's
That's kind of
crazy.
like around the time I was introduced to him. Because what year was that again? That I remember that from my childhood.
Yeah, now you make me feel old, bro. Man, what was what year was that? That had to be early 2000s, I think. Lose My Mind, because I remember the video came out. I think it
That
was like
makes sense.
02.
Like it's fresh on my memory. Like, and that's around the time I came into hip hop.
Yeah, that was early 2000s. Y'all can Google it and confirm. Coming in late, had some things
Oh,
come
shout
up.
out Cloud9 Music. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Oh, you a
what's up?
wrestling fan? All right, bet. Royal Flush.
Touch It remix.
Oh,
Touch It, and yeah, that remix was crazy.
I gotta go back and listen to that.
Yeah, I used to play that. A lot of people didn't know. It wasn't like big as the original, but the Touch It remix is insane. Because I got the record. Can you see this?
Oh my, look at that catalog.
Yeah, that's part
That's
of it, bro.
incredible.
Thanks, man. All right, let's get back to some music. So what's gonna follow that?
Yeah, Royal Flush. Since we got a wrestling fan in here, that's inspired by the Road Warriors, the legendary Legion of Doom.
Oh, Road Warriors. Here we go. Royal Flush by King Rome on BeatStars Sunday Sound. Don't forget to mute, bro.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm vibing with that one.
Yeah, that one's actually kind of old. That one's actually like I probably made that around the time of the first BeatStars meetup that I met you.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is that did you sample their voice?
That's I sampled their theme song. So their theme song started with "Oh, what a rush."
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, somebody said, yeah, he passed away, right? He
Oh, he
said,
passed
rest in
away
peace,
like at least a decade ago. Um,
Animal, right?
Animal, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I
Yeah,
think if I'm not mistaken, didn't Hawks just die? If he's still alive, please do not like let me manifest
yeah,
that. But like, I think I heard he
yeah, yeah.
just died too.
Yeah, yeah, I'm vibing with that. It has like this. It sounded like you were having fun with it because like you were doing the mutes
Oh yeah, I was
and
having a lot of fun because I can't make money on that. To answer Bufo on the Beats question,
uh wait, which one? Bufo, man,
oh,
you got some good questions, bro.
now he
You
really
want to do
does.
the next show, let me know.
Yeah, he
All
said, "Does
right.
WWE own the Road Warriors intro song and those vocals? Like, if this would be a major placement, would he have to clear it with them first or give them a cut? Hypothetically speaking, of course."
Hold on, let's highlight that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes, they own it, and they are very unforgiving. So I am not making any money off of that one. You
yeah, you
you
might as
don't
well
want the
just
smoke with WWE's lawyers. Trust me. Trust me.
no. It's funny, they hit me up for like DJing something one time, like a wrestling match. I should have
Oh,
took it.
oh,
I thought
man.
it was like
They're
I thought
global now,
somebody
man.
was, yeah. This is the early days too. Like I really thought somebody was like, my bad, bro. I thought somebody was like really like spamming me, and the guy kept hitting me up. I was like, WWE, that sounds familiar, because I didn't really watch wrestling like that. And he was like, yeah, we got all these shows lined up. And anyway, I kind of ignored it. I should have. I was working a lot, but yeah, crazy, man. Yeah, definitely vibing with that.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Visionary says, "What is that sound? Sounds like a gremlin."
Oh, if you're talking about the main sample, that's the voice. If you go listen, like, don't do it right now because you're listening to me. But on your free time, go listen to the Road Warriors theme song. It starts with "Oh, what a rush!" It's so weird, but I love it.
When you did that, man, it reminded me of Randy Savage, because that dude,
Macho Man, Randy Savage, oh yeah.
yeah. If you just go on YouTube and type in Randy Savage comments or rants, it's the funniest.
He's
Like,
one of the
no,
greatest of all time, man.
yeah, man, that dude is
Step
powerful.
into a Slim Jim, oh yeah.
But listen to how he's saying certain things, bro. Like, listen to what he's saying. You're like, yo, this dude. I never heard a human being say what he says. To be honest. Yeah. Anyway, okay, Cloud9 has some good advice here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I'll
I
let
saw
you
that.
read that.
Yeah,
He
not sure if
says,
you're interested, but definitely hit up some of the wrestling promotions or the wrestlers. Sometimes they're looking for instrumentals, but yeah, definitely for sure. That's. I actually was working on a few wrestling theme songs. I'll have to. They're on my old computers. It's gonna be a pain in the you know what to get them off of there, but I'm definitely going back and getting those stems.
yeah, and I know probably I think it's like agents that take music for like wrestling shows, and also music supervisors. So if you get in connect with
Yeah,
music supervisors that actually work on those shows, they're always looking for content. I'm sure the wrestling slowed down a little bit because of the whole quarantine stuff, and even MMA. There's a lot of
yeah,
music in the MMA scene, because if you notice, there's always music playing in the background, and a lot of music supervisors that run that, networks. I won't say all of them on this platform on the show, but you see it, and a lot of them need music for those particular platforms. Wrestling, MMA. I know boxing kind of took a backseat, boxing as well. So there's always avenues for producers. Um, I don't sleep, so there's always avenues. But yeah, definitely touch into the wrestling stuff, man. With that's special, bro. Special.
man. Trust me. And it's WrestleMania season right now, so like one of my dreams is to perform at a WrestleMania and or B, have one of my songs be somebody's theme song. So yeah, that's
Really?
oh man,
You
I
want to
am.
perform at WrestleMania?
Oh my goodness, I'd rather do that than the Grammys.
Oh man, let me get
That'd
our
be a
face
dream
on the screen.
That'd be a dream come true, man. Like if I could like, I mean, clock's ticking on it. But if I could like rap the Rock out, that would be amazing.
Oh, you want to perform? You want
Like
to perform a
yes,
song?
like perform like I went to a WrestleMania back in 2013 and Diddy was performing. It was the one up in
Okay.
New York. So if I could do something like that, man, that's a dream come true right there. Yeah, and yes, I would definitely take a chair shot. Yes. I don't like he mentioned Phanatic mentioned it at the beginning. Yeah, I'm kind of a big dude. I feel like I could take I would take a power bomb. Like
Yeah, you'll feel it the next day.
I'll
You'll be
feel it for
like,
the next year, but but that clip to live on forever, man, yeah. And see, I respect the business so much. I think I would be like, I'd be a great bad guy. I'd come in and just act like I'm the you know what, and then whoever like happens to be the best like good guy there, I'd be like, yeah, have him like beat me up.
this is a first for Sunday Sounds. We have a producer that would love to do WrestleMania. If y'all watching this, you already know this is King Rome on Sunday Sounds. Yeah.
My wrestling fans do that.
Just take painkillers before you go and after.
Yes, absolutely.
It's gonna hurt, man. You're like, why did I do that? But I did it. Yes.
A lot of people don't know I was
list.
actually training to be a wrestler until I messed my back up weightlifting and gave that dream up.
Yeah, be careful, man. I still have back issues, man. So carrying all this stuff, all over the place. So yeah, be careful with your back.
Just carrying 6'5" around, it hurts.
Yeah. And especially, getting on planes and stuff, being taller. Yeah, and buses and yeah, all that, man. Sorry for those that want to share their music live on Sunday Sounds. We actually showcase a specific producer. If you want to actually be, considered for the show, make sure you check out your opportunities section and also our live feeds, man. We're always looking for talented producers / musicians. And that's how you can be considered for it. But we can't share your music right here because this is King Rome's showcase right now on Sunday Sound. So speaking of that, what's the next beat, bro?
Ooh, let's I don't think we rode the wave yet. Let's ride the wave.
Let's ride the wave.
That's fresh from this morning. I literally got up this morning to finish that one.
Yeah, I figured you were working on stuff too. So it's cool to hear like really fresh stuff. And y'all make sure you follow this and repost it and support it because he just updated this. So the wave, where are you? Where is it? Oh, ride the wave.
Okay. Yeah, ride the wave. Sorry.
BeatStars.com. 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 BeatStars.com.
All right. Right into the chorus. All right, that's Ride the Wave by King Rome. What is your go-to VST? Just curious. I was listening to that.
Man, I like using. So last year I got a new computer and I invested in the Output suite. So I use a lot of times I use Substance for my bass. I use analog. I use a lot of Exhale. I also got Complete. Let's see, it's 13 now. I got Complete 12. So I use a lot of the analog Dreams kit, the Hybrid Keys kit. I use a lot of those. I use and what that weird little synth thing you were hearing, that was Massive X, which is
okay.
It's like a new version of Massive. So I use a lot of the native instruments and a lot of Output mostly.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Output is insane, man. They're killing the game.
And I just got Arcade, man. I resisted for the longest, but I'm doing it now.
Arcade is addictive, man. I like to use it as like extra sauce. I don't use it as a foundation. Like some people just straight use everything in it and don't put their own.
I can hear it in your voice. We feel the same way.
Okay, all right. Yeah, don't let all these awesome VSTs and plugins rule your creativity. You know, I'm not saying it's a cheat game, but make sure you put yourself first and then add that later. Just all right, we won't talk about that.
You and I have had that conversation offline like a bunch of times.
Yeah, don't be lazy with your music. Let's put it that way. Stop being lazy. You are special. You have creativity in you. You have a lot of power in you. Don't doubt yourself. My bad, bro.
Facts.
My bad.
All of that.
My bad. I got too hard on. So let's see. He says there's a lot of comments popping here.
Yeah, Cloud9 has been showing mad love. Appreciate you. Y'all have been showing love. Thank you, all of you. Actually, humbled and honored by the platform and the privilege to be here. And but Cloud9 specifically, I'm seeing some of your comments and yeah, shout out to you. I am familiar with Ryan Leslie, more so his business model than his catalog, but definitely a fan.
Yeah, your sounds actually do remind me of Ryan Leslie. I got the chance to actually chop it up real quick in LA with Ryan Leslie, and I'm a big fan of his out at ASCAP Expo. Yeah, big fan of his and his business mindset. And he's insane.
Next level, man.
Next level, bro. And I think he has a song called it has the word level in it. I don't want to mistakenly say the wrong name. So yeah, what's the next beat?
Let's see. Let's go old Western with it. Let's go saloon. Take it to the saloon.
All right, saloon. Here it is.
BeatStars.com.
This is different. I like it.
BeatStars.com.
Yo, it ended too fast, bro.
Short and
What's with the
sweet.
teaser?
Short and
What's with the teaser?
sweet.
What's with the teaser, man? What the hell? I want to hear more of that. Yeah. That one, yeah. Yeah. What were you thinking with that when you made
Actually,
Boom?
I think the beat turned out really dope. But as far as what I was attempting to do with it, I low key kind of failed. I was attempting to make a drill beat, as you could probably hear with the 808s, but the
Mhm.
melodies are not drill at all.
Yeah, yeah. The melodies are almost trap. Well, you know what it remind me of is almost Neptune's type stuff.
Really? Well, wow. That's humbling. Because I
They like
definitely look up to Pharrell is definitely one of my biggest inspirations, and the Neptunes. Period. Like I probably use some of their sounds in that record because I have a couple of their kits.
Okay, yeah, man. Yeah. So what's another one you want to share?
Let's do. I wonder if my boy Sonny Beeman is here. Beam Me Up is a collab with him. He sent me a pack of loops and he sent me a kit, and I basically created the entire beat using his kit, and I threw like maybe one or two VSTs on there.
Okay, and we'll talk about kits after we hear this beat. This is Beam Me Up at King with King Rome on Sunday Sounds at BeatStars.
BeatStars.com. 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 BeatStars.com.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, switch up. Distorted drums. Didn't expect that.
BeatStars.com.
And bring it back. Oh, kept it. Yo, I didn't think you'd do all that.
BeatStars.
Man. You can even hear like the record cracking at the end, like the distortion. I heard it. Yeah, that's
I
cool,
live for
man.
that reaction.
Yeah, I didn't even expect that. Like I liked the chords you were doing, and you totally like flipped it towards the middle of the beat. Yeah, that was cool, man. Before I forget, we're going to talk about kits and like sound kits and whatnot. I'm not gonna advertise myself, but yeah, sound kits.
I'll do it for you. Soundsforproducers.com.
It's also on the BeatStars platform as well. But yo, so how do you like your sound kits? Like when you're creating, do you like stuff that's like stripped down, or do you like more complex stuff, or does it matter what you receive to create?
You mean like as far as when I'm picking drum kits and stuff, or do you mean like more like loop packs?
Either way, loop packs or drums, like what do you prefer, or does it depend on the type of day?
Um, yes, depends on the type of day, but I rarely use loops, like rarely. Usually the only time I end up using loops is if it's from like a homie within my circle, because well, one, I just have dope people around me, and you know I believe that you're the sum of the people you keep around you. So I like using my boys loops, and shout out to the lady producers too. I need to find myself around more of them. But as far as I just like creating my own stuff from scratch. Drum kits, I try to keep them as bare bones as possible. I don't like having a whole lot of processing on them because it limits what you can do in the mix. But I do like. I've been actually. It's funny you asked that because I'm at a point now where it feels like I'm trying to venture out as far as the sounds I've been using, because I feel like I just got complacent with the drum sounds I was using. So I just and this is going to sound crazy for somebody that's 9 years into producing, but I just signed up for Splice. So
Yeah, I was
um,
late too. Yeah,
yeah, no, I just
I still
resisted it
don't.
for a long time, but I was like, it's dope.
Yeah, I still don't use. Well, I haven't used it in probably a year, and I still have an account, and it's a lot. I'm a extremely creative person, so I can make music off of the simplest things. So
Yeah, I do
I
that
kind of don't
too.
need it. Yeah, I kind of don't need it,
As long
but
as you got
it's
one of these
there.
around you, you always have a drum kit.
Or this.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you for shouting out. Actually, that I make sound packs. I appreciate that shout out, man.
I've used a few of those too. Can't lie.
Thanks, man. Tag me, man. I'll show love, bro.
Absolutely.
And thanks for shouting out also the female producers. I did see one female producer in the comments. Shout out to Go To Girl Productions. I appreciate you being here. And it's hard to tell, like, just based on names if you're female or not. So forgive me if I'm missing any other female producers. Even though last month was Women's History Month. So, I always love to see female producers, man, because we're all creatives. We
Yeah.
all move
Yeah,
the
for
world
sure.
with music. So it doesn't matter, nationality, gender, it doesn't matter. You're a creative person. So yeah, man. So let's get into some more music. What's the
Before we
next
do
one?
that, I gotta shout
Yep.
out my mom. My mom just hopped in here.
Wow.
My
Awesome, man.
mom,
Shout out to mom.
yeah, shout out to my mom who is responsible for everything I'm wearing right now. She surprised me with this stuff. I wish I could say I was the man behind this brand, but like I came home Christmas and my name was all over this stuff. Shout out to my mom. She's the GOAT.
Wait, so let's clarify. Your mom bought she bought you your own merch?
Yeah, she and I've been kind of moving some of it, but I just I haven't advertised it yet. But yeah, I came home Christmas and my logo and my album cover was on my merch, and I was like, oh, like I was speechless. And that more than just like the merch is one thing, but the belief that's priceless.
Yeah, man. Shout out to moms for the awesome gift. That's amazing, man. Do you where can everybody get your merch?
They can't yet, but I guess this is the announcement stage. Kind of work that in there. My first official website will be dropping on 4/25, April 25th, alongside my first single for the year.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
And
So
this is the first platform I've announced that on.
there it is. There it is. We got an exclusive announcement for King Rome and his new site, and you'll be able to get his merch there as well. If you didn't know, you can also integrate a merch store through Printful on your BeatStars profiles. If you don't know, actually, I have one of my merch shirts, the DJ Fanatic Beats. Shout out to
Nice.
Ellis for the design. So yeah, I didn't wear my hat today, repping the BeatStars hat today. But yeah, if you didn't know, you can actually have your own merch for all the producers, musicians on the platform, integrated through Printful. So before I forget, also I had to mention the announcements again, and we'll get into some more music. If you're joining the show now and you're a little behind, it's all good. We have the Producer Marketing Playbook. It's you can check out a brand new series. It's the Producer Marketing Playbook, where we give in-depth tips on all of the BeatStars marketing integrations. In the first few episodes, we go over how to turn your audience members into frequent buyers and how to set up for success. It's available on YouTube at BeatStars. This is the Producer Marketing Playbook. Basically, it's a lot of marketing stuff, and it helps give you that business mindset outside of the creative aspect. Because this other side you really have to pay attention to in order to be, successful in entrepreneurship with your music. And on Clubhouse, it just passed, but this past Friday, we had a conversation on BeatStars teams. Basically, BeatStars teamed up with Team 808 to talk about the future of production. It was starring the big homie, Aid Bat-Sean, the CEO and founder of BeatStars, and Jasmine Crowder, and which is the BeatStars marketing director, and Mike Trampy, the BeatStars community director. Shout out to all three of the homies, family, man. Love everybody on the team. Make sure to follow BeatStars community and Team 808 on Clubhouse to stay informed on all the other things we have planned and discussions and awesomeness. And you'll see my face pop up on there. I gotta probably change my name on there so people know who I am, because people like they know DJ Phanatic Beats. But anyway, but yeah, those, make sure you follow those two, us both on those on Clubhouse, and also pay attention to that Producer Marketing Playbook. It's a cool playlist on YouTube, and it's a lot of really good information. And trust me, I know that y'all are searching for that business aspect. So yeah, man. What's the next beat you want to bless them with?
Let's I think I got to stay consistent. I've been showcasing my nerdy side, so let's take it to the wizarding world. Let's go Hogwarts.
Hogwarts. I didn't even see that. Here's Hogwarts with 3 G's. Is that how you spell Hogwarts?
Not even remotely.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
That's my part right there. Hey. That. What instrument is that? What VST is that from?
That it's one of the complete 12 ones.
Okay.
I think they have some worldwide sounds in there. Like there's a Middle Eastern one, there's an Indian one, and there's an African one. I'm pretty sure that came from the Middle Eastern kit.
Okay, yeah. I got their whole complete ultimate and all that. Yeah. They have some really cool sounds in there.
And goodness, man.
Yeah, I get lost. I got way too much stuff. Let's speak about that. When you have so many sounds or so many plugins, does it affect your creative process?
Oh, yes. And I mentioned that it took me a long time to get good at this. And the first part of that was sound selection. I had to train my ear for good sound selection, and I'm telling you that took so many more years than it needed to. And two, you need to, and I'm not going to tell any new producers stick to one VST because I used Nexus for like as my only VST for like 5 years. But don't go out and like always just find the shiniest new toy. Like kind of learn what you have. Like, and if it takes like making 100 beats with the same VST just to learn all the ins and outs of it, fine. Maybe you don't use all of them, but it's going to teach you how to utilize it, so that you know how to use the tools you have in your toolkit. And so I'm at a place now where I can hear in my head what sound I want and find exactly the instrument that will provide that because I've spent time with them. And one, having a dope set of tools at your disposal is key. Two, knowing how and when to utilize them is key. And three, being disciplined and not chasing after every new VST that comes out. And I'm saying all of this because I've done all of that. I'm not speaking from some high horse or moral high ground, like looking down at anybody. It's like, just don't do that. Like, of course, I want Omnisphere, but do I need it? No, I have like great sounds right now. That's why I resisted getting Arcade for the longest, because it's like, if I'm not maxing out what I already have, why should I go get the newest thing? But as you get more familiar with what you have, then you can add more to the playbook. It's like, I'm a sports guy, so it's like when you first learn to play ball, you're not out here doing Allen Iverson moves, shooting fadeaways. You start with layups, then you learn how to shoot a free throw. You learn a basic crossover, then you learn your between the legs, then you learn to step back. And over time, you're adding more to your game until you've got an arsenal and you know how to pick your spots and when to use which one. That's kind of where I've gotten with my production.
Yeah, definitely, man. Thank you for sharing that, man. Totally feel you on that. And you can also you can push sound, like all those, leads, chords, like there's parameters that you can change stuff. You can throw tons of plugins. You can get lost in the sound design aspect. So you're never limited. You're only limited if you think you are. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Right. You're like, oh, I need that to sound like this. You don't need that. You know what I mean? you consciously, you might think you need that. You don't need that, because if you needed it, you would have it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need it because you have what you need to make something dope. You just got to push yourself creatively.
Yeah.
See, you got me talking again.
I love it though. I love it. This is what I love about this.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, let me not get into the mixing conversation. I just found out like 2 years ago that producers weren't mixing their beats. That was news to me.
Yeah, some producers choose not to mix, choose not to. I do. Well, let's ask you. Do you mix your beats at all or master your beats?
I do. Because like I said, I didn't realize that you didn't do that. But also what I'm becoming more aware of is that when you pick good sound selection, you don't really have to do a lot to it. So maybe that's part of it. But I see a lot of tutorials sometimes, and people aren't leveling their stuff. And I mean, that's day one stuff. You got to level your stuff so it doesn't sound crazy. Mastering, that's something I'm learning how to do, because like we've mentioned on this live, I'm an artist too, so I can't put something out that's not mastered. But as of right now, I outsource that mostly.
Yeah,
just until I get to a point with the mastering that matches everything else that I do.
Yeah, totally feel you, man. And I think as an artist, you might want to outsource that, because you get so attached to the work, like you'll miss like a certain perspective, especially when it comes to mastering. Mixing your beats, I think, gives that extra polish to music for people that are going to purchase your music. You took an extra effort, you produced it, but you also took that extra effort of mixing your music. That's important, man. I think it is. I give people 200% of what they pay for. You know, I spend a lot of time mixing, probably half of it's making it and half of it's mixing it. You know, it's like I'm not gonna miss one frequency. You know,
and it shows in the quality of your music. It's like, and sometimes I compare my beats next year's. I'm like, ooh, go back and fix that one up a little bit because I use yours as kind of like the benchmark.
Hey, appreciate that, man. Thanks you, man. I really appreciate that. Glad you listening. You know, because I put like tons of time into it. But you get better at it too. You know, like the more you do it, you can mix beats faster, and you know what does what. And also, I was going to mention, like, when you're mixing, also when you're doing sound selection, pay attention to octaves. You know, like if you have everything in certain frequencies, like the same pads, like 3 different pads in the same frequency range, it gets cluttered. So you got to be mindful of what's high and what's low, tonality wise. Man, we getting deep on here, man.
Yeah, I spent years like my ear, I don't know why, it's just seduced by mid-range, and it just it loves that C4 to C5, and for years I didn't know what I didn't know until I had to step away from it and come back to it. I was like, oh, that sounds muddy.
Yeah. And if you choose a lot of sounds in the same frequency range or the same octave, you can play around with panning and sound imaging, where you widen it or just put it to one side or whatever, or narrow it, the sound, which is what do they call that when you narrow sound? It slipped my mind. Not invert the sound frequency, mono, when you make a sound mono. So you can do stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, what's the next one?
Not to snitch on myself or reveal where I live, but I live uptown. Let's go with the uptown vibes.
Uptown vibes. Here we go.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
All right. That is Uptown Vibes by King Rome. And we were talking about panning. I noticed that like bounce snare was panning left and right. It goes chit in my left and right ear. Yeah. I really like the panning use that you did in that beat. It was dope. And I like the space that you have in your music. Did you want to kind of talk about, like, you did a little bit, but like how important is it to have that type of space and balance? Because sometimes we can just make beats that are just overwhelming.
Yeah. Oh, and you've heard some, like, I've played you some of my beats where I did overproduce. And I had a habit of you know, I put so much work in learning the craft that a lot of times I would try to show everything I knew how to do within one space. And I had to work myself out of that. It took me a long time to do that. And I had to learn how to leave space for the artist, because, and the psychology I had to shift is that the artist is an instrument in the mix. So sometimes and for me, it was it was hard to get adjusted to as far as hearing it goes, because when I make the beat, sometimes it feels like frequencies are missing, and I have to remind myself that those are the frequencies that are going to be occupied by the vocals. And it's easy when I'm making beats for myself, and then I'm getting right in there and recording it. But then when I'm making beats for other artists, I have to remind myself, you have to be comfortable with that discomfort of knowing those frequencies are going to be missing, because they will be filled in when it comes time to record.
Yeah, totally feel you. And you actually have an advantage because you're an artist, because you can kind of relate to where that space is going to fill, so you have a one up on other producers that aren't artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you kind of know, well, every artist's voices are different. They're very unique.
Yes.
So different voices fit in different ranges. And not all artists know that.
Yeah. And that's where the tight beat conversation comes into play.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, let's get into another one. What's another one you want to share?
I think are we coming up on the last of them? I think Zero Dusk. Yeah.
You know it better than I told you.
Zero Dusk is the last one.
Is it?
Yeah, and this is I was playing a video game when I was making this beat. It's a video game called Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I heard it.
As you can see, I'm very creative with my naming.
We'll talk about that in a moment, a little more in depth. So Zero Dust, that's the last one?
It's the last beat.
Oh, wow. Oh, I did go over time, 40 minutes, but it's all good. We're having a good conversation in between each song, and hopefully we're bringing you value. I saw a lot of really cool comments, man. I'm glad the conversation, because we always just have music, but there's always a lot more behind it. You know what I mean? Like what inspired, and I'll get into that as well. Like what inspires us, our mindset, and all that. There's just more than just music. So this is the last beat, and which one was it again, King Room?
Zero Dusk.
Zero Dusk. Here we go. I already like it.
BeatStars.com. 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 BeatStars.com.
Yeah, definitely feeling that one. Like and repost that.
BeatStars.com.
We brought the beat back at the end. Hey, there we go. That was Zero Dusk by King Rome. And definitely feeling that one, man. You were saying like the video game inspired you for that one.
Yeah, it's video game about a post-apocalyptic world with a really badass female lead. And I was just, it was on in the background when I was making the beat, and I just kind of made what came to my spirit at the time.
Yeah, yeah. And like inspiration comes from everywhere, man. Where do you get a lot of your inspiration from other than video games, like for beats?
Yeah, it can come from a variety of sources. A lot of times it's mostly just purpose based. So my, as you see on my shirt, it says defined over time. And
Yeah. Go ahead,
it's
show that, man. Show
yeah,
show that because you
defined
didn't
over
show it
time.
earlier. Yeah.
So it's a mindset I live by. It's more than a brand. It's more than a catchphrase. It's a mindset, and it's based on life being a journey. You're no longer who you were, but you're not yet who you're becoming. So it's not being so results based, more process based, and just really immersing yourself in the journey itself. And that's what I try to portray in my music, because I myself am as late a bloomer as they come. And I just want people to know that it's not just music, but whatever you're doing in life, just trust your process, trust your habits, trust your work ethic, and just know that one, success is divine in so many different ways, and not allowing somebody else's definition of that to set the tone for your emotions. And really just knowing that your win is just around the corner, especially when you feel like you're about to quit, when you're about to call it off, your win is right around the corner. So that's a lot of what keeps me going, because I want to share that message with the world and let everybody know that it's okay, and it's okay to feel down, and it's okay. I'm not all positive all the time. I like to live in reality, and you're going to feel down, and you're going to have those moments where you feel like, is it worth it? And that's why I talked about having that purpose for those moments when it gets rough, because they will get rough. That's what gets you up in the morning and keeps you moving and keeps you doing the things you're supposed to do, especially when you don't feel like it. So that's where a lot of my inspiration comes when I'm making music.
Yeah, man. Thank you for sharing that. It's very personal. And you got deep on that, man. You said a lot. This is actually the Q&A section. So if you have any questions for King Rome, I don't know what's his favorite food, his favorite boxer, I don't know, Mike Tyson. Anyway, whatever you want to ask him, music related or about his music, please feel free to drop a comment. To see bunch of people still live, man. So let me know what
Appreciate
y'all
all
think
of
before
you.
we head out. And yeah, man, we definitely appreciate y'all saying a lot of really cool and positive stuff. And thank you for hanging out with us on this Easter Sunday. I can't believe it's April. So how did quarantine like affect you as a creative or just as a person? Like, how are you dealing with all this, making beats and stuff?
This is actually one of my favorite conversations to have, because I don't want to downplay the severity of what we went through as not just a country but as a world, because it was awful. A lot of people lost a lot of loved ones to this, and it was a really rough last 12 to 15 months. But I credit 2020 as like one of the best years of my life personally, because of the growth that I had in that time. Now I still work every day, and I still leave the house to go to my job every day. So I haven't really been cooped up like everybody else. So I haven't had that aspect to deal with. And I guess that's a blessing. Um, that being said, but as far as being a creative, because of the personal growth that I had, and a lot of the internal dialogue that I had over the last year, it's helped me grow as an artist, because it's made clearer the vision of what it is I'm trying to accomplish. Like I mentioned earlier, less I, me, more you and we. I think a lot of my struggles with approaching the business side of music thus far had been so self-centered. And not that I am inherently selfish, it's just when you're doing everything yourself as a DIY artist, you always are trained to think like, how can I get this next thing? How can I climb up the ladder? How can I get more for me? And it took, coming around just like-minded individuals and sharing with each other, thanks to the BeatStars meetup platform. I've met a lot of great people in the last 2 years, and we've just grown together so powerfully. And it's helped me internally and given me more purpose to the stuff I'm creating, and not just in music, but in my life in general. Like I live to serve. So I want to continue that and become more successful at this, so I can reinvest that into all my other ventures, so that I can reinvest into others. Hope that answered the question. I know that was a lot.
No, you answered the question. So where do you see yourself, like, 3 to 5 years from now? Like, are you pushing more towards production or artistry? Like, where are you leaning towards?
Another one of my favorite questions, and and shout out to Courtney, one of my big homies, one of my brothers, like one of the greatest humans on this planet. I love that man. So I saw him in the comments. Just wanted to say that. This is one of my favorite questions to answer, because the answer always throws people off. When anybody asks me where do I see myself in 5 years, I say asking the same question, and that's because it's great to have a plan and follow it. But, I'd be both arrogant and naive to assume that life will always go to plan. But, to answer your specific question, I think I see myself more on the artist side. And as far as the production goes, kind of building up my company more to provide those services for other people, but scale it in a sense that I don't have to be as hands-on with it. So I have such great people around me. If I can put them in a position to succeed, we all succeed together. And it's about duplicating efforts versus trying to do everything oneself.
So you're leaning more towards the artist side?
Yeah, as far as musically speaking, I think I'm leaning more artist. I think I always have a self-produced side, and I'm never going to stop producing. And I'll always move beats. And the beauty of being both the producer and artist is I can release a song. I can also release the beat. I own it.
Yeah,
I control it. I love the prospects of sync. It's something I haven't gotten into it yet, but it's definitely on my radar, and that's both as artist and producer. So I will never stop doing either. But as of the plan I'm on right now, it's definitely a lot more artistry than production.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious about what side you're leaning on, because I knew you're an artist as well, and not everyone knows who you are, so I thought it'd be a good question to ask. There's something else I was going to ask. Oh, so you have any bars you want to share with us while you're here, since you're leaning more towards the artist side? Like, we did a whole show on your music, and they haven't heard anything you rapping and all. Only if you feel comfortable. If you don't, it's all good. Yeah,
of course. And this is kind of along the lines of, just so you all know, because I don't believe in lying to people, this is not off the top. This is a song I'm actually going to release this year. It's called Price. And the inspiration behind it is just letting people know what time it is, and letting them know what kind of energy you're on. And if they can't keep up, I love you. But so it goes, I'm the only one who can do this for me, which means I'm the only one who can lose it for me. I can't put it on nobody because it's too important. When it's time to make the toast, remember who is pouring. I'm making the space at my table for those who are willing and able. But if you fall out of my favor, remember who's Cain and who's Abel. Told God I'm my brother's keeper, but I can't keep waiting for those who can't keep up. I'm a wolf, I can't hang where the sheep are. Yo, I love you, but I gotta throw the piece up. Cause I'm on a new wave and I'm on a new places. Can't stop for nothing, I'm running, who racing. In times that you're struggling, going through phases, that's when they show their true faces.
There we go. See, that's an exclusive on Sunday Sounds. And that's King Rome showing you both sides. You not only got the beats and the production side, you also got him as an artist. And what's hilarious? I was looking for our Sunday Sounds branding background, but I couldn't find it for some reason. But yeah, man, I actually was vibing with those bars, man. Good job on that.
And I'd be doing the platform a disservice if I didn't mention that song is going to be produced by a fellow producer, Jay Reed's Knockin', who I met at the BeatStars meetup, where I met you, and we've been building together. And he's a great young man with a lot of hustle, a lot of ambition, and he's younger than me, but I look up to that man. just
Yeah.
from his hustle and work ethic.
Yeah. Shout out to Jay Reed's knocking. I remember you, man. I kept running into you, man. And thanks for
He's
being
everywhere.
part of it. Yeah. 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 We might want to maybe get you on a show, in the future, maybe. So, yeah. We got a question here. So the first question, and I am overtime, big time. So we're going to end it. But Jeffrey Jefferson asked, what keeps you moving each day when everybody want to see you down?
Well, kind of spoke on it earlier, but knowing why it is that I do what I do. My goals are bigger than music. I always tell people this is a thing I do, not the thing I do. It's just a big platform for me to get that message across. And I try not to let, the thoughts of others hold me back, because, at the end of the day, that's not who I'm doing it for. So as long as I'm touching lives, whether you don't have any support for that, that's not on me, because the right people are going to be with the vibe, and they're going to pour into what I'm pouring into. And anybody that doesn't want to see others succeed, that speaks more on them than it speaks on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, you're always going to have haters, especially online, I get them. I get a lot of them.
That's love at
And
the end of the day. They give you attention. They give you energy.
absolutely. Thank you for breaking that down. Regardless of what they say, they're paying attention to what you're doing, because it took them energy to put that comment up there, or for them to jump on a chat and just slam you. But they're giving you energy because you're doing something. And like one of my motivational speaker mentors, they're saying like, you're not doing anything if you don't have haters. So they're going to be there regardless. And especially in a creative, when you're doing music, some people ain't going to like it. They're going to hate you no matter what. You can be the nicest person. You can be like really dedicated. They're just going to keep hating. But you need them to show you like, yo, I'm doing something now. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't take it as like, oh, I suck. Nah, you're like, oh, let me get 10 more haters, because I'm on it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, when you let the work talk, you got much less to prove. That's another part.
wait, say it again.
When you let the work talk, you got much less to prove.
There you go. There you go. So yeah. So the mayor, my bad. The mayor's beat says, would you recommend to producers to learn how to do a top line?
What do you mean by top line?
Top line is like, I believe, let me know if I'm mistaken. Top line is like let's say you wrote a hook or something, or like a catchy phrase on a beat. Like, I guess they're Damaris. I think they're asking.
Oh, got you.
Like, should you do your own hook on your beat and then sell at least the beat or whatever, something like that? That's what a top line is.
Got you. By definition, the melody of a song sung by the vocalist in the song sometimes can be played by instruments. So almost like a counter melody, maybe. I'd say nowadays there's so many tools at your disposal that you don't really have to know theory, but it helps knowing just a little bit. And I like to just keep it simple. If I've got a pad or some keys as the main focus, I'll get a little more saucy with the melody. So if it's just like a dum dum dum, I'll do like dun 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 dun. But if the main melody has a lot more going on, then I don't want to do a whole lot to distract from that. Actually, one of the I'm about to give y'all some sauce. Feel free to use it. One of the things I like to do is print my MIDI to audio. So it's like a sample. So now I'm sampling myself, duplicate it, create another one, and then throw halftime on it. And then, cut out those low frequencies. So now I have the main sample, and underneath it, a slowed down version of it. That's something I do a lot in my production. And you can do it more in front, or you can make it a little more subtle. It's all up to you at the end of the day. You're in full control. Just don't overthink it. And I spent 7 years overthinking it. So, cut some of the time out for yourself and keep it simple. That's
Yeah.
my biggest advice.
Great advice, man. I wish I heard that years ago. But
Here's the
no,
thing.
great.
I did hear it years ago. I just didn't listen. So
Oh yeah.
learn from a fool. Don't make the same make the same mistakes. Don't overcomplicate it. You're better than you
Yeah.
think you are.
All right. Keep it simple, stupid. Or is it the other way around?
Yep,
Keep
that's
it.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Real.net says, hey, thank you. Great show, guys. Thank you. Yeah,
Thank
really,
you,
really
man. Really.
appreciate the love. So you were getting to something, and I wanted to ask you. Let's talk about some marketing stuff. Like, what are you doing to market yourself other than your merch as an artist slash producer? Like, what's working for you right now, or what are you doing?
I think what's working for me is I finally removed the mask, and even when I made the decision to go pro, I was like, the Rome brand has always been genuinely me, but it was always just like a part of me. But I think I'm letting more of me show, and people are connecting to the person behind the music. Because what I had to learn, and I had to look at the artists I listen to make me realize that people aren't investing in the music. Yeah, there's great music everywhere. It's not hard to find if you look in the right places. They want to invest in the person behind it. They want to know, like, who are you? We're not, entitled to their ear. So give them a reason to care. Let them know what you're about. Um, and I just now kind of finally realized what that about is. And so now it's easier to communicate that, because if you don't know what you're about, how can you communicate it? So for me, it's
Right.
just um, being genuine, being consistent, letting people see the process. I was always so afraid of showing people behind the scenes because either it wasn't perfect or I felt like someone would steal it. Well, one, perfect ain't the purpose, another bar. And two, nobody cares about you. They're not going to steal your stuff. And even if they do, they're doing you a favor. They're marketing you, doing free marketing for you. So just let people see more of you. And that's what I've been doing lately, and people are starting to pay attention. They've been telling me it doesn't always show in the likes and comments, and don't get so caught up in the vanity metrics. Stay consistent and let the work speak for you.
There you go. There you go. Those are gems right there. I need sound effects like applause or something. I don't think this has it, but yeah, yeah. Well said. Well said. Because some people can kind of get lost into like likes.
Yeah,
Like that
we
doesn't
all.
define.
Yeah,
Yeah, that doesn't define well your talent,
Mhm.
your potential, and it doesn't define monetary value. Like it's surface, you know. It's a lot deeper than that. I was gonna get into your name. Like you mentioned it at the beginning of the show 2 hours ago. What was like how did you get King Rome? And can you express the what do you mean by, a kingdom wasn't built in a day and whatnot?
yes, I love this. A long time ago, when I first started making, I've gone through some bad names, and a lot of people that know me from back in the day remember Young Jay. Well, glad he died. Um, Not a whole lot of creativity there, but like I mentioned, I had quit for 4 years because I felt like I didn't have anything to say. And again, back to Eminem being one of my biggest influences. He said, something like in the song "Until I Collapse," to the day that I drop, you'll never say that I'm not. He said something about, when I'm not, I'm gonna stop penning them. And I live by that same code. If I don't have anything to say, I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna just rap to rap just for the sake of it. I love this. I'm gonna give this my all. And there was a period where I didn't know who I was or what I had to say, so I stopped. And that's because I wasn't being genuine with my representation. So Rome, if one of these, I went through like 4 years of trying to find out who I was as an artist, and one day I just said it out loud. I was like, Rome wasn't built in a day. I was like, huh, yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was I. And like I said, I'm a late bloomer, so and my whole brand is about the journey. So I was like, okay, Rome, cool. And then it was like trying to figure out the rest of it. And I was like, King. I'm a Sacramento Kings fan. Shout out to them.
Hmm.
I'm probably the only one that'll ever shout out the Sacramento Kings. But you know, Jay Morrison, somebody I look up to. He's a, if you're not familiar with him, he's a, you know, real estate um, magnate down in the Atlanta area, black guy trying to do better for the community. He says, be the CEO of your last name. And for me, you know, being a king for my family's kingdom, like that's something that means a lot to me, like carrying on the legacy that my grandfathers left behind, and making sure that I do them proud, and then set the foundation for those to come after me. My family, my sister's family, my cousin's family, and our community as a whole. So, you know, it's about building a kingdom, and a true king doesn't lead, you know, at the top, like putting his people down. He brings his people up with him. So that's something I really like believe in.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. That's
Yeah.
you
And
know,
the X's, X marks the spot.
there you go. Yeah. Like when you said Rome, I was like, and I saw the X in there. I was like, what is up with the X? Yeah, I'm confused. So yeah,
Hey, you want some
I
other
thought,
free game?
good.
Google, because you type in King Rome spelled the correct way and look how much comes up, and then spell it my way and see what comes up. Two totally different results. It was a strategic decision.
There you go. There you
How
go.
millennial of me to spell a word wrong intentionally.
That's funny. Yeah, there you go. That's a serious background right there. And I'm sure everybody's Googling right now, or you know, those that watch this later. So to close, any can you shout out basically where can people find you, or any type of projects you have going on, or where I'm sure they can see where they can find you on the BeatStars platform. But also shout out your socials, man, and where else people can you know support King Rome.
Yeah, absolutely. Everywhere you find me, you know, I'm mostly active on Instagram, getting my Facebook set up, and I got a website coming out soon. Everything is King Rome with the X's, KXNGRXME. Real simple. It's the same everywhere. Little advice: if you can do it, if you can buy the domain and get to your socials quick enough, make sure everything's the same if at all possible. It just helps you out so much in the long run. As far as what's coming out, I've got my first single of the year dropping April 25th, along with it the website, and I got a single coming out every month afterwards. And little note, I don't have a release date yet, but my first album, Define Over Time, is pretty much done.
Awesome, man. You dropped some bombs there, and one of my beats are on there, right?
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah,
on Define Over Time, not that one.
You don't have to answer it. You don't have to answer it.
But like I said, there's a single dropping every month for the rest of the year.
Okay.
Who knows?
Be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. So, do you want to shout your peoples out before we end the show and whatnot?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for everybody that came out. Visionaire, I saw you. Jack and Away, I saw you. Noah Kenton, I saw you. Common Interests, I see you still in here. Yes, dropping Easter eggs. My boy Courtney, and just everybody that supported me thus far. And shout out to everybody in the chat who I haven't met yet. If you're still in here, shoot me a DM. Let me know that we met here, and we'll chop it up and start a conversation. Who knows? It could be a great relationship. I'm much more approachable than I appear.
Yeah, some people think well, I'm a friendly guy, but some people think when I'm not talking, they're like, he might be kind of uppity. He's a little uppity.
Yeah.
But until they start hearing me,
just say hello,
you know.
man. That's the number one thing, and that's what I'm learning, because I'm not, naturally that outgoing. But I've learned you just say hello to somebody, they'll let you know what time it is, and most people will say hello back, and you can start up a conversation. It's that simple. Don't be weird. Don't be like, hey bro, you trying to work? Yo, shoot me some beats. Nah, just say hello, introduce yourself, tell them what you do, and ask what you can do for them, and you'd be surprised how far that'll take you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I was gonna ask that question because I get so many people just sending me stuff and don't even say hi.
Yeah, yo, bro, you need beats?
Yeah, you saw my I stopped doing that because like the more I shared the dumb comments, the more I got. So
it happens that way sometimes.
Yeah. Yo, I got a beat pack for you. Like, bro, you know how many beats I make?
And I love
I
working
don't-
with other producers. Just because I make my own beats doesn't mean I won't work with you. Just
right,
you know,
right.
approach it the right way, man. Just be professional.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah,
Professional. I don't do
exactly.
this for fun. I do this for work. I do this for real, man. Like, just be real about it.
Yeah, be a human being first.
It's not that difficult. Hi, hello. My name is John. I'm from DC. I make beats. What do you do? Tell me more about yourself. I'd love to hear it. I do that. I send like 5 of those a day.
Yeah, there you go. See, dropping more gems for y'all. Yeah, man. So, any advice for the producer community? I think we're out of questions. So, any advice for those um, maybe just starting out, or those that are, losing momentum because of quarantine, or just in general? Any advice that you want to share based on your journey as well?
Oh yeah.
To close out.
Yeah. So if you're new in the game, you know, actually, if you're new in the game, this is the best time to be a producer. You're not bogged down yet by the techniques that you've learned. You're still exploring. Go explore. Get crazy with it. Fail on purpose. Like, make as many mistakes as you can, and just like, I always tell people, like, I wish I could go back to the creativity I had when I didn't know any better. I know too much now. So just enjoy that period. Don't rush the process. Don't try to cheat your way. Yes, you're gonna look and see, your fellow producer getting placements on major albums, and don't let that, rush your process. Only you know your process. Stick to it, trust it, trust your work, because your work will ultimately decide where you end up with it. You can cheat all you want. I'm not gonna, like, you probably still make some fire beats if you cheat, but how long can you make that go? And if for producers that have lost their footing, try challenges. That just go on Instagram, do the hashtag producer challenge, and just see what kind of challenges there are. There's a channel I follow on Instagram. I forgot the name of it, but they put chords up like every day. They put 4 chords and say, go make a song. I do that. I don't always like the beats, but it gets me out of my comfort zone. So try something to make you uncomfortable, and you'll grow. Trust me. It's not, growth is not always fun, but you'll be so much more proud of yourself for going through that. And then just general life advice, just producer community advice: be genuine, and be ready to give more than you receive. And trust me, like DJ Phanatic said earlier, you give and you'll receive tenfold, but do it from a genuine position. Don't do it looking to get something out of it. Just look to provide value, and trust me, your reach will grow, so not just so profoundly, but quickly too. So on that, and I always like to, I can't sign off without saying thank you, DJ Phanatic. You're a leader in the space. I'm grateful for your guidance and your mentorship. I'm grateful for the opportunity. Shout out to Abe and the BeatStars community for the platform. He's done so much for so many producers and artists. And I sign off all my videos, everything I do, by saying, be great today. I believe in you. Just need you to believe in you.
There we go. That's Sunday Sounds with King Rome on BeatStars. It's been an honor and a pleasure, bro. We can do another 4 hours or 2 hours. But y'all probably won't watch the whole thing. And, I don't even know how long the live servers hold. But anyway, excellent talk, man. I'm glad we were able to share your music, and also to get to know you as a person, and also your mindset, with a lot of really good things that we discussed on this live. So thank you for all the support of the community. I'll catch y'all next time. And I'm glad some of the things that, I've done and said, helped you out as a creative as well.
Sure.
And yeah, man, it's been super dope. So happy Easter, everybody. Much love to you and yours. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep making dope music, man.
Of course.
Peace.